Always goes dark. I had it all lit up. Alright guys. Well, I tried. Kind of wanted to talk about something serious today. Trip planning. Keeping track of your hours. As you guys know, I got a pretty long run this week, and I was all gung-ho for it, and I saw in the dispatch that it wasn't due to be delivered for 7 days. So I hopped on and I was like, yeah, I got plenty of time for that. Well, about 3 days into it, I started looking at my hours, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this load. And so here I am. The load is supposed to be delivered tomorrow morning, and now I'm about 572 miles away from the location. So it's gonna be late. I've already talked to my DM and all that. They've already given me another load to pick up tomorrow when I'm supposed to drop that one off, but I told them I'm not going to be able to make it because I don't have the hours to do it. So totally my fault, and that's just a lesson a hard lesson that I had to learn. But you know, they're not taking the other load away from me. They just said, you know, when can you legally be there, and when can you legally pick up. So I've explained to them, you know, what I need to do. I got a couple more hours coming to me the next couple days, but I think once I get the next load delivered, I'm gonna have to do a reset to catch up and everything. So, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. I'm actually pretty surprised that they didn't do a repower, which is, you know, somebody comes and swaps out trailers with me, and basically I take their load and they take my load. But I don't know, maybe they just didn't have anybody in the area that could do it. So they're kind of relying on me to do it. So yeah, I feel pretty bad about that. Not just for the company, but for me. You know, looks bad on me, looks bad on the company. So that's not what you want. It's not what you want to do. You want on-time deliveries every time. But the other thing is, I'm at a truck stop right now that has one of those the trucker chapels. Basically, it's a trailer that they turned into like a chapel. Always been curious about them, and I'm not a religious person by any means, but I do have a spiritual side of me that needs to get fed every once in a while. And so I went in there out of curiosity, just to see what was in there and everything. And the guy that was in there was pretty cool. He didn't preach to me a whole lot. He did a little bit, but you know, not a whole lot. He basically just answered my questions. I had some questions and he answered them, gave me some stuff. Now, like I said, I'm not a religious person, but I do have a lot of Bibles, different translations, different editions, things like that. I was raised with the Bible, so it's kind of something that I like to have around. I have one at home that I got when I was in the military. It's a little bit smaller. I was gonna bring it with me, I forgot. they had a bunch of free Bibles in there, but it was only the New Testament. I like having the Old Testament and the New Testament. He says, well, I have one. It's a big one, large print and everything, but it's King James Version, Old Testament, New Testament, all that stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take one of those. Well, he took this thing out of the packaging. It was one of them that you normally like buy. They have them at the truck stops, but they're like $30. And he gave this to me. So that was pretty cool. He also gave me, a little list of other locations that they have this particular branch, I guess. It's not like a denomination. It's they have different ones. Like this one's called Transporting for Christ or something like that. And so I guess it's a company or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but they have a list of theirs that they have, and gave me this little daily read thing. So that's kind of cool. It might be something that I can at least do to fill that spiritual hunger that I have. It's kind of weird being in there. Like I said, I'm not religious. But yeah, it was cool. We talked a little bit, and I told him some stuff, and he told me some stuff. That's where he started getting a little bit preachy. I'm like, okay, well, you have a nice day, and I'm gonna go. But so yeah, anyway, life lessons. But hopefully it'll all work out. I told him, I'm not going to make it there tomorrow. I can be there Thursday morning at best. So yeah, rookie mistake. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that quick little update, and don't want to get to rambling too much like I typically do. So I will see you guys later. Oh, if you haven't noticed, I did shave the beard. I took a poll on Facebook and got some input, and this is what I went with. I went with the old school goatee, like I always do. I liked the beard. It was just getting a little bit cumbersome and itchy down here and patchy over here. So I know I'm supposed to just let it grow in and let it do its thing, but whatever. I got this now, and it kind of feels good to feel my skin again. But I didn't want to shave all this because honestly I don't like the way my chin looks, so I cover it up. All right, that's it.